A&B Convos reacts. I don't know why I opened that way. You know, like you see, you know, that was the last time I saw that was in Dodgeball when Dwight Goodman's coming down. It's like, oh, okay. I didn't hear you come in. Is that the dictionary? Oh, you caught me. I like to break a mental sweat too. One of my favorite films to watch. But this is not what we're talking about today. No. We're talking about Mortal Kombat! Bum, 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 dun, 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 dun. Get over here!
That I gotta tell you, the get over here and the finish him, like they just had to happen. I'm glad that they only happened one time each, but they had to happen.
Yes.
Also, this is probably the coolest popcorn bucket, and I've been collecting popcorn buckets for years, and we got some cool ones. But this is up there.
No, this is pretty tight. I think this actually might, now that I've actually taken this off, this might actually fit my head. So we will see. I might wear this. Next time I go on a job interview, I'm just going to put this on.
Wow. Actually, I think you should just do it when we're watching wrestling. Talk about being set apart.
That actually might not be too bad. But no, man, Mortal Kombat 2 is what we're talking about. We went to see this film, and yeah, we do have some thoughts about this. Now, I'm going to be honest. I was never really a Mortal Kombat kind of guy. I never really played the video game consistently. I was more of a Street Fighter kind of guy, right? So I'm anxious to review that upcoming film because the one with Raul Julia, Jean-Claude Van Damme, and rest in peace to Raul Julia, that film was garbage. There's some films that are so bad they're good, like Howard the Duck, right? This wasn't one of those films. I'm very anxious to review the upcoming Street Fighter film. But Mortal Kombat, we're familiar with it. Like you had said, there are certain phrases that we know, certain characters that we're familiar with. And
I played it in the 90s, for sure.
Did you play it?
I played it in the 90s.
Well, I gotta tell you, I went into this with really no expectations. They had a couple of films beforehand. There was a film, I think, that came out in the mid-90s, if I'm not mistaken. They did another one, I believe, in 2021.
I didn't see that one.
So, you know, when you have stuff that Hollywood has tried to film like Marvel and DC for years, and then they kind of got into the video game later on. If you've ever seen some of these older things, how do I say this? You were limited with what you had as far as special effects and, you know, all that. You know what I mean?
Right. They didn't have what they had today back then.
So it's a watch, right? It's a watch. It's very interesting to see these things. But for this one, I will admit, 2026, this film, I think it brought it.
I mean, it was a fun ride. And when it first started, I told him, I said, oh, this is going to be reminiscent of the Avengers when, which one was it? I know you weren't thrilled about how it went, but
don't say Endgame.
No. Well, no, just in general, Thanos' relationship as he was destroying planets and all of that.
Yes, Gamora and you'll be my daughter now.
Yeah, so I felt like it was reminiscent of that. But because we're in a place where we're so used to alternate universes and different realms and protecting different realms and the different gods and the things that are going on, I felt like that they did a really good job for a video game movie of bringing it into the realm of what we're used to with all the different Marvel and DC films and what we have going on now with people doing the crossover of the realms. So I thought that it was a fun ride. What did you think?
I absolutely thought it was a fun ride, and I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a fan of Carl Urban. I've been a fan of his for years. He's an excellent actor. Loved him as Dr. McCoy in the Star Trek reboot. Mm-hmm. And the way he decided to play Johnny Cage in this, for me as an actor, I look for certain things. I like certain inflections. I like certain mannerisms that some people may not care for or miss. The way he specifically decided to play Johnny Cage and the mannerisms in which he spoke and he moved, it was fun. It was very fun, but it was very specific. He had very specific choices.
Yeah.
And I really like that. I like the idea that he was like, okay, yeah, I'm going to save the world. No, I'm just an actor. I may have had a past as this. This was, that was the old me. This is the new me. And speaking of what we had mentioned earlier with Dodgeball, when you have Ben Stiller, he also did a little film that happens to be one of our favorites, Tropic Thunder. And in that, he was an actor as well, and he would do these films, and it was how do I say this?
Como se dice?
They were action films, right? But it was over the top kind of stuff. And that's how it was with Johnny Cage, and he's doing these films, and I really enjoyed that. You don't when you're watching these films in real time in that era, it was what it was.
Yeah.
So you just accepted the acting and the movements and the turning back and the pauses when you're fighting somebody and you grab something and you just kind of like you just accept that's how they really do it, right? And they played to that with Johnny Cage that I enjoyed, and then he took that. He's like, well, look, just play to your strengths. You're an actor that acts. So he would do that. And I personally really, really liked that when he was fighting and he was trying to figure things out as far as, I got to find my place. And then he ultimately got there.
Oh, with Baraka?
Yeah. So he ultimately got there. Mm-hmm. And
that was fun.
By all rights, that person should have killed him.
Yeah.
But he didn't. And then he was like, oh my gosh, this is teach me your ways. I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy. Like, it was great.
So funny. Yeah, there was great comedic moments in there. I mean, obviously, they always come in with some, like, tugging on your heartstrings a little bit, But I thought overall, I mean, I'm trying not to ruin this one because it did just come out. And
we don't want to do
a lot of times
spoilers,
we do spoilers. So for this, I don't want to do spoilers. But I really thought that they did a great job bringing it full circle, really giving you that satisfaction that you're looking for. The story. There were stories within stories within stories. Everybody, there were so many stories. I feel like we're definitely going to get another one.
For sure.
We know that they, the only thing that I think bothers me a little bit is with the necromancer bringing people back from the dead. I feel like, and I guess it depends because we've done so many zombie films and movies and shows that I feel like zombies, if a zombie is, like, you get to the point where you only feel like a zombie could be killed by killing the brain. But that's, that's just like a thing that we've always thought. But then, like, when they're killing someone who came back from the dead, and it's like, there's blood everywhere and guts everywhere. But, like, if you're dead, you're not supposed to be still alive on the inside. So, I don't know. I didn't feel like that went in with the bringing people back from the dead. Like, I don't know if that makes sense to you, but in my mind, I think I watched too many seasons of Walking Dead. Like, not that they didn't bleed when they got killed. Sometimes, depending on how old it was, I don't know. That was the only thing that I was like, could you kill a zombie that way? Why would they? Like, their heart is not beating right. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, for me, there was really only one moment in the film that didn't quite make sense to me. And again, I want to say this in a way that doesn't give it away, but it deals with Jade and Katana. Essentially, Jade is Katana's consigliere, enforcer, right? And there's a situation that occurs in there, and you kind of see Jade. She loves Katana, but she also has some confliction Because like you said, this is where you've got Gamora and her sister.
That's exactly what it was.
And they are in a situation where you've got Thanos, and you realize Thanos is all powerful. He's not somebody to be trifled with, and you just got to go with the flow. Doesn't mean you love it, but you kind of come to an acceptance of it. And that's what we had here, where they realized these were like quote unquote adopted kids, if you will, taken from their families, even though Katana's mom was there. And yet not to give it away, but there was a moment in the film where something had occurred with Katana and Jade, and it didn't quite make sense when the end of the film happened, when Katana decided to go down and retrieve the amulet, and it's like pro wrestling, where all of a sudden somebody
Katana or Jade?
Jade.
Jade went down. Okay.
There's all of a sudden somebody in pro wrestling, when somebody is a face and suddenly a heel, and then it's a face, and you're like, wait, what are you? What's going on right now? That's how it was here with Jade for me, and I don't want to say it because it'll give it away, but if you follow what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, it's the only difference is I feel like with Katana and Jade, they weren't actually sisters. At first, I'm like, are they going to be sisters too, or that are actually fighting? Is this exactly like Nebula? And
they weren't sisters either.
Well, Gamora, they were raised as sisters, but I guess this is the same thing. They were raised as sisters, but I feel like Nebula was really, really, really jealous. I didn't really necessarily see that of Jade, but I think that, and you guys tell us after you watch the movie. For me, I feel like Jade thought there's no one who could defeat him. So everyone who goes against him is going to lose, and I'm not going to, you need to come to your senses,
No, I can respect that. What I'm saying, I think we might need a script supervisor, because when you watch a movie and in a scene, like in Pretty Woman, you see Julia Roberts eating one thing,
a pancake,
and then
the next day it's a
cut
croissant.
to the next shot, and then you go right back to her, and it's something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because as you can see, we've got a visitor here that just popped out of nowhere.
She disappeared.
My goodness. How are you, little one? You're such a good girl. She wanted to be a part of the show. Then we got Jelly Stella. He's like, wait, what? Affection? What's going on over here?
Why am I not in the shot?
I don't know if she's in the shot either. But ultimately, this is our review of Mortal Kombat 2. Overall, really enjoyed this film. It's a really fun ride. It's got the action. It's got the comedy. And I have to say, some parts of the film got a little gruesome.
It did get a little gruesome.
I kind of laughed because I couldn't believe that I was watching what I was watching when you see certain splats or whatever.
Yeah.
But I think that we would recommend this film. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll watch it again. When it comes on, we'd sit and watch it.
Yeah. When it at home.
At home, we're not paying to see anything twice in the theater. Although we did with Superman.
Hey. Hashtag not my Superman. Where's Henry Cavill when you need him?
He's my Superman.
Either way, thank y'all for watching. We'll see you next time.